6:31 right now, and there are extra duties for Dane County Sheriff's deputies working in the jail this morning as they walk the halls throughout their shifts in an effort to prevent suicide attempts by inmates.
There have been 7 suicide attempts in the Dane County Jail in the last month alone. As the county starts talking about its upcoming budget, we thought it would be appropriate to ask the head of the Dane County Board of Supervisors, Sharon, Corrigan, to see if a new jail is the answer. Good morning, and thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So we had Sheriff Dave Mahoney sitting in that very chair recently, and we wanted to kind of set up this conversation this morning by playing for you a little bit of what he had to say about this issue.
We continue to struggle with a antiquated 60-year-old plus jail, and this really highlights the infrastructure challenges that our staff face every day. With the 5 attempted suicides, you know, we've been lucky that we haven't lost a life.
Since we spoke to the sheriff, there have been 2 more jail suicide attempts. So as you look at this, do we need a new jail?
This is something that we've been looking at for some time at the county level. I mean, you've reported on many of the studies that we've looked at and the costs on this. There's a feeling, and has been a feeling, that this is something that needs to be addressed. There's a human cost to the problems of an antiquated jail, and there's a liability cost. We have a responsibility to house individuals who are sentenced to the jail in a safe manner, and this is an old building that doesn't have good sight lines. We've been really fortunate, and partly because we have really good staff, to prevent suicides in the jail and to rescue people, but it's a jail that we can't count on the doors working in. We have trouble seeing into the cells unless you're directly in front of them, and there are bars on the doors that allow for inmates the opportunity to attempt to commit suicide. So it's been something we've been worried about for some time, and our Public Protection and Judiciary Committee this summer recommended moving forward with what has been called Option 3, Phase 1.
That would be?
That would be a jail that consolidates all of our jail facilities into what is now the public safety building. The public safety building was built in the 80s, but the jail that's in the city-county building on the top floors, a lot of people don't know that our maximum security jail is there, and that is the oldest part. And we've at the board level have said this needs to be replaced.
And when we're talking about replacing a significant building like the jail, we're talking about a significant amount of money as well. And with you guys all considering the budget very soon here, are there other options that you would like to at least see out on the table, considered by the board?
Well, we have been through many options and many studies on this, and so when we first looked at this, some of the costs were $150 million to do this, and which from a county budgeting perspective is overwhelming. And so we went back and looked at this, and tried to figure out different ways to put this together that would be a more financially feasible cost. And the Option 3 Phase 1 is about $76 million to do this. Still a lot of money, but not the levels that we were talking before. But it still consolidates everything in one facility.
Is there an immediacy to act now? I mean, this has been talked about for a long time now. And even any fixes are going to take a little while. I mean, do you have to do something right now?
This is something that we feel that it's important to move forward on in the very near future. We did in our last budget put some health and safety mitigation fixes into the city-county building, knowing that even if we move forward with this jail, that we need to address those. But it's my belief that it's time to move forward with the jail. It'll be a discussion, though, that the full board has. Beginning tonight, we begin our budget hearings with the department budgets, and the sheriff's budget will be one of those that we hear from the sheriff on this and other department heads on their budget, and take public testimony on this too.
Starts tonight at 6 o'clock, City County Building.
Yes.
Sharon, Corrigan, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to be here.